Hey everybody, Kristen here, sports dietitian, certified personal trainer, and owner of Elite Nutrition Performance. And today I want to talk to you about muscle as we age. So as we get older, and when I say older, I mean sadly only over the age of 35, we actually start to lose muscle mass, which is called age-related muscle loss. And that is also known as sarcopenia. And so after the age of 30, we start to lose muscle mass each decade by the amount of 3 to 5%, which is really, really sad that we're losing 3 to 5% of our muscle mass just over the age of 30. And 30 doesn't even seem that old to me at all. But it's important that we are turning towards keeping that muscle mass and even building that muscle mass with the power of protein. So that's what I want to talk to you about today. But first, let's just talk about what protein is so everybody can get on the same page and understand. So protein is made up of amino acids, and amino acids are known as the building blocks of protein. There's 20 common amino acids, and 9 of those are essential, which means that your body cannot produce them. Your body actually has to get them from outside sources like food sources. Now, out of those 9 essential, 3 of those are branched chain amino acids. You will probably hear of those, as a supplement, branched chain amino acids being something that people take in when they go to the gym or, before, and that helps with muscle building. And really what we're concerned about is one of those, which is leucine. And leucine is kind of like a light switch. It helps to turn on muscle building or muscle protein synthesis. And so we want to talk about, how we can maximize getting in enough protein and getting in enough leucine specifically so that we aren't losing muscle mass at the rate of 3 to 5% per decade, and really just stay healthy and to make sure that you are supporting your performance goals if you are an athlete or if you are an active individual. So let's talk about all of this with the protein. One thing I do want to just throw in here real quick, one thing that protein cannot do is it's not going to help you to build muscle if you are not incorporating some type of weight-bearing exercise. So you need to be weight training in order for this to actually work. You can't just eat a whole bunch of protein and hope that it's going to do something for you, because it's not. You really need both of those to support one another. So I'm going to talk about how you can get this in with the protein and make sure that you are building that muscle and maintaining that muscle over lifetime, especially as you get older. But I also want to interject here about intermittent fasting. I know a lot of adults do intermittent fasting as a means to control their weight, which is fine, but this is something that you want to think about. So intermittent fasting, really what it boils down to is just calorie restriction. It's just a easier way of doing it. Instead of maybe counting calories or saying I'm going to have a little bit less at each meal, it's just saying I'm only going to eat between this time and this time, and that's it. And so then all the other times I'm just not eating, so then I don't even have to think about it. And that's easy for some people to do that. But the problem becomes when you actually are in that fasted state, you're actually losing muscle mass. Your body is constantly in a catabolic state, which means it's breaking down muscle at all times. And it counterbalances that when you eat, and that's when you eat protein and your body uses that protein to build the muscle up. So it kind of balances each other out, except for when you're intermittent fasting, especially if you're doing a very long fast and just a short window of eating. So for example, if I were to fast 19 hours a day and only eat 5 hours out of the entire day, I would have to shove 120 grams worth of protein into my 5-hour window in order to make sure that I was getting enough protein for the day. And that's a lot of protein in one time. That's about 15 ounces of meat, to put that in perspective. So I don't know if you're eating 15 ounces of meat, but probably not within, a 5-hour window. But even if you are, your body really can't utilize all that at one time. So it really needs to be spaced out over time. So intermittent fasting, I think there's a right way and a wrong way to do it, and that's for another video. And actually I have done a video on that, so you can check it out. But we are talking about how to get in the protein that you need over the course of the day to make sure that you are not getting that age-related muscle loss or the sarcopenia over the age of 30. So I'm going to have a couple different tips for you of how to get this in, food-related tips that is. So most people think that this is what they need, protein powder. And you certainly can use protein powder, especially if it does have branched chain amino acids in there, like whey protein. This is not whey protein. This is actually a vegan protein powder. So this is primarily pea protein, and it does have branched chain amino acids, so it would contain leucine, but this is not what I'm talking about. Let's talk about real food sources and how you can get in all that protein and leucine from real food sources. Greek yogurt, or any type of dairy for that matter, is a great source. Any type of dairy, because whey protein powders is actually a dairy-derived food or supplement. Greek yogurt is a great source of protein, and you actually only need about 15 grams worth of a high-quality protein to get in enough leucine. So this would definitely fit the bill. Eggs. Eggs are really inexpensive. Yes, the price of them are going up, but they're relatively inexpensive compared to everything else. And they are one of the best sources of protein that you can possibly get. So eggs are definitely on the list. Canned tuna. This is really easy, especially if you go to work and you need a quick and easy protein source. You could just throw this in your lunch bag, throw a can opener in there, toss it on a salad, put it on a sandwich, or whatever you want to do with it. Eat it straight out of the can with crackers. Great source of protein. And then last but not least is bone broth. This is actually homemade broth that I have made. And broth is a great way of bone broth especially is a great way of getting in protein, especially with the collagen content that's in there. And so bone broth is, it has a lot of protein, about 10 grams per cup. But like I said, heavy in collagen, which also helps to support your joints and other things like that, and healthy aging. So all of these protein sources are a great way to get in the protein needs that you need over the course of the day. But here's the deal. Everybody is going to be different in their needs of how much that they need over the course of the day. And that's where a sports dietitian comes in to figure out exactly how much you need to be taking in over the course of the day. There's a wide range depending on what type of an athlete you are, how active that you are, your age, your body weight, your height, all different types of factors. And then also spacing that out over the course of the day. You know, that depends on your workouts and, you know, what you're doing over the course of the day. That would determine how you would space out that protein in terms of like how much you would need at different times of the day. So if you are over the age of 30, you work out, you don't want to lose muscle, and you want to make sure that you're maintaining that muscle, if not building it, make sure that you are incorporating these foods throughout your daily diet, and definitely reach out to a sports dietitian like myself to help you calculate how much you need to be taking in over the course of the day and how to time out those nutrients. Thanks for watching, guys, and please like and share this video. Thank you.